So Sidney, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk a little bit about your journey here at the Sheraton New Orleans. You've been with us for most of your career, right? I think over 40 years now, and it's really amazing to I'm sure for you, when you look back at all of those experiences. Maybe start with helping us understand a little bit about how you started here. Why the Sheraton, and how'd you land into that first job you had when you joined us?
Yeah, the first job I remember was with Function Services. Still in college, wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and a friend of mine was working here. Suggested, hey, come over there. Actually, my brother opened the hotel. He was a executive sous chef, so he kind of said, man, there's a lot going on. It'll be nice. So I came over and gave it a shot. So Function Services was my first job here. And from there, I went to the general storeroom, because I had in high school worked through probably 4 years of high school in a warehouse. So I had the experience in the warehouse. And I remember Lee Smith was the chief engineer, and told my boss that I worked for in a storeroom. He said, I like that guy, he's always working, he's always doing stuff. I want to talk to him, see if he's interested in coming into engineering. And he interviewed me, and through the interview he said, well, why would you want to come and work with us? I said, well, I have a fancy for working on stuff. I like working on things and figuring out troubleshooting. He's like, I don't need to interview you no more, you got the job. So
wow.
That's how I really started in engineering. And from there I went to, started trade school for 2.5 years and just took off from there.
So you were working full time while you were doing trade school? Yeah,
trade school was at night,
wow.
4 nights a week. Yep.
And then how long before you got your licensed engineer for watch engineer position?
For watch, probably was like maybe 8 years after. I was doing maintenance work. I actually had my own AC business when I started in an apartment, because I was working for myself. Mm-hmm. And somebody suggested go get a engineer's license, a stationary engineer's license, and that's when I started with the engineers.
And I think when I started about 10 years ago, you were primarily in the laundry, although you did a little bit of everything around.
Well, when you started, it's funny because at that point, we kind of trimmed down somewhat. All the trades were gone. Right. No laundry mechanic, no HVAC, no kitchen. So basically, over the years, I've worked with each trade, and I've kind of picked up a little something from each one of them. And I was doing the laundry, kitchen, and HVAC. So yeah, I had my hands full back then. Yeah, but it's something I enjoy. You like something, it's not really a hard job to do.
And you were well mentored when you first started out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that was encouraging you to go to school and get back. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've had some experience yourself where you've been able to mentor folks coming up and
mm-hmm.
and help get them started in the department too, huh?
Yep. The only bad thing, most of them left out after a while. they went on their own path, but that's how it started. The guys would mentor us, and hey, if you have a problem, call me. And it's funny that it's ironic that some of the guys I still could call today.
Right.
Yeah, they're still working and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
So coming out of the pandemic, we've had a lot of new people start with us. And from your lens, with 40 years experience in the building, what advice do you have for the folks that are just starting out with us today?
Find something that you really like to do, you're passionate about. So when you come to work, it actually it makes the job easier than coming here doing something that you're not really, you're just getting by. Yeah, my thing for the younger people or people starting in the business, find something that you like in the building. There's a bunch of different opportunities in different departments. It could take you wherever you want to. I remember Trey I got him from Starbucks, and you know, he was, you know, somewhat of an apprentice, but he said, it's not what I really wanted to do. And I was like, whatever you want to do, pursue it, and he did. So he's one of the success stories. So
he's an assistant general manager now at one of our properties in town. So,
yep. Yeah.
Fantastic. So if you kind of look back, you've also had some kind of interesting experiences you've been able to have here, right? Mm-hmm. With hotel hosts, all kinds of different people, and has done that over